In this video, I'm going to tell you how you can automate your social media posting by using Perplexity with ChatGPT and Dolly. And you can have a Google Sheet and just put links like this, which I have taken from TechCrunch, which is an Apple event that's going to come. You can put all the links sequentially like this, and this automation is going to run all those links for you, create a summary with Perplexity, and create social media specific post for that particular summary. For example, for Twitter, this has generated this kind of tweet, and for Facebook, it has automatically made an image and done all of this text just for the Facebook. And like this, you can also schedule things for your Instagram and LinkedIn in just one click. And this is going to be 100% automated without any manual intervention whatsoever. And I'm also going to give you all of these in a Notion document from which you can download the blueprint, and you can also download or make a copy of this Google Sheet so that all you have to do is just import things and you're good to go. So let's start, and let me start this by explaining you about this workflow. So first node in this automation would be a Google Sheet, which would be looking something like this. I'll put a link of this Google Sheet as well in description so that you can just copy and start doing the automation right away. So these are the headers that I have put in my Google Sheet. First is the URL, second is the summary, third Twitter link, fourth LinkedIn, fifth Instagram, and sixth Facebook link. The most important part of this sheet is going to be this one, which is the URL. What this will do is, as soon as you put any URL inside this cell, this automation is going to watch those rows, and as soon as it has information that one new link is added inside this, it will automatically run this whole automation. Even though I'll give you the link of this whole workflow in description, it is important that you understand what's happening inside this so that you can also make your own. So the first module should be, if you go on a new module, you'll search for Google Sheets. And then here you will select watch new rows. So you search for watch and you put on this module. Okay, once you have this, you can have this connection, which if you don't have already, you can just add it like that, and it will ask you to sign in with Google, and whatever sheets you have inside your Google account, they will come right away right here. And then you can select the sheet which is named like this. It might be something else for you, but for me this is automatic social media scheduler Rish, and you can select that sheet right here. Okay, so let me show you how that looks like in my automation. So this is my automation, and this is my Google account, and this is my sheet ID. The sheet ID would be present right here. Okay, so you can copy your sheet ID from here inside this, and this will fetch this particular sheet of yours inside this make automation. Okay, and then you select sheet 1 because here we have sheet 1 as default. And then we select table contains headers. Yes, we have headers. And then we'll select all rows. And then we'll select 1 because that's the maximum results that we want to work inside one execution cycle. For example, if we had 30 different URLs, we only want to schedule, or we only want to post one at a time. So select limit as 1 here, click OK. And the next node that you will put is Perplexity AI, right? So for that, you will again right click, add a module, and search for Perplexity AI. Okay, and then you will select create a chat completion. Okay, and this will how it will look. So here you have to add a connection, and I already have one, but you can add yours like that. You click here, and then it will ask for an API key. Now where will you get your API key? You'll go to your Perplexity dashboard right here. You log in, and then you go to this icon, and then you go to the API section right here. Right? If you don't have a card set up yet in your account, it will ask you for your credit card info. Once you have done that, you can generate your API keys like this and like this. Okay, and so once they are made, you can just copy one of them and paste right here. And this will link your make.com account to your Perplexity account via this API key. Okay, so once you do that, you click save, and inside model, you can select anyone, but I have selected Llama 3.1, Sonar Small, 128K online. Okay, and then this is very important. You have to give what kind of summary do you want from a particular link or a URL. So you can copy this, you can say summarize this and start your output with a headline, and here we'll pass the URL which we are going to take from this sheet. Whatever we are going to paste at this position inside our sheet, that is going to come automatically right here. Okay, and for you, if you want to select this, you can just put your pointer here and then select the URL from this Google Sheet node like that. And next would be the role should be user, because this is the instruction that you are giving to Perplexity AI what to do about this URL. Okay, and max token you can have anything. I've just provided a approximate number which I think is good enough to summarize any kind of URL inside this node, and temperature should be 1, because if you go anywhere down or over 1, the creativity of Perplexity is gonna go into trigger mode, and we don't want to be too much creative about facts. So whatever link we are gonna paste inside our Google Sheet, we want to have factual summary of that particular news article or any URL. We don't want the AI to hallucinate or create new things from thin air. Okay, so once you have done this, click OK, and now two of our most important nodes are done, because these are the ones that are going to give inputs to all of these. So make sure you double check that everything is correct inside these two modules, and then I'm going to put a router inside this. So what this is going to do is this is going to route whatever information it's going to receive from this node to these nodes sequentially, because if you notice there is first, second, third and fourth written inside these routes. So first it's going to go right here, second here, third here and fourth here. And all of this I have put a ChatGPT module. And you might ask that what's the need for that, because Perplexity is anyway summarizing this whole article. Why do we need a ChatGPT module inside this? Very good question. And the reason for that is because the format of any post inside all of these different social medias is different. The way you post on Twitter is different. The way you post on Instagram is very different. And the way you post on LinkedIn is very different. So we have to have an agent in each route that would understand the kind of post we are trying to do using this summary. Okay, otherwise what would have happened without the router is we would have just copied and pasted the same text across all of our social media, and that's going to be a disaster. We'll have a ChatGPT chat completion module right here. I'll tell you how to do that. So you right click and you add a module and you search for OpenAI and you search for chat completion. This one. Okay, and here you have to add your API keys, and for that you have to go to your OpenAI dashboard and you have to go to API keys right here. You can copy this URL right here, platform.openai.com/API-keys, and you can create your new API key like this by giving whatever name you want here, and then you create a key, and then you come back here and then you put your API key right here. And it will need one more thing, which is called organization ID right here. And you can just follow this link and it will take you right to your organization ID right here. And then you can copy this and then you can paste it and it will complete your OpenAI connection inside make.com. The good news is you don't have to do it for every single node. Once you do it on any node, it will automatically save your connection and then you can reuse it again and again. So I'll delete this for now and we'll have this one. We'll have to have 4 different GPT modules against each router node that we have. Okay, so put 4 GPT nodes right here, and inside the first node, we have to define the way it has to treat the text which it will get from here and what kind of language it has to output that summary in. Because remember, we are using this node for Twitter, this for Instagram, this for Facebook, and this one for LinkedIn. So every single context is different. So every single post type, the style of that post is going to be different. Okay, so you select here and I would choose GPT-4 or Mini. Actually, you can choose any of these, but don't go beyond GPT-4 models because these are legacy now. So you can just stay on the current models so that you get the best of ChatGPT's availabilities and ChatGPT's abilities. Okay, so I'll choose 4 or Mini like that. And here you have to put the rule of user, because again you are the one who's instructing ChatGPT what to do with the text received from this node and what to output from the ChatGPT module node. Okay, so here I have to instruct it in what way it has to write in this particular node. So this was for Twitter. So let me just explain to ChatGPT how exactly to write it for Twitter. So I'll say you are a Twitter writing expert. design an informative tweet according to the text received here. Now, after here, I have to put the text that I'll receive from this node. Okay, so here I have to select Perplexity and we go to choices, then we go to messages, and then we go to content, like that. Okay, then for max token, I would put 0 because I don't want to limit my ChatGPT node in any way, because if you put any number, it might be possible that it's gonna trim the text if there are too many tokens that are required to be used. But if you put 0, it's gonna use the limit of a model, which is more than enough for us. So we'll click OK, right? And after that, we have to put a Twitter module, and that can be done by right clicking, add a module, and then go here, search for Twitter, like that, and then go for create a post, which is API version 2 free access. Because I'm sure you would know that Twitter had closed its API after Elon Musk took over and named it X, and whatever was free before is not free right now. But fortunately, creating post is still free. I think up to 20 posts a day or something like that. We'll just check. But it's not unlimited, so there are some restrictions, but it's still better than paying $100 a month just for API access. Okay, so we'll select this one, create a post, and here I'll just tell you how to connect your Twitter, because that's a little complex. Okay, so if you add that, it will ask you for a client ID and a client secret. Where are you going to get that? That you will going to get in X developers. So you have to go to developer.x.com and you have to create a new application that would post on your behalf to your Twitter account. Basically, you cannot directly link your Twitter account to Make, right? You have to create an application that would act like an agent to which Make will pass any tweet or text, and then it will post on your behalf. That's how Twitter API works right now. So you go to X developers, you go to dashboard, and you create a new project like this, what I have created, right? So I have this app, and this has a limit of 1500 posts per month, which is, I think, more than enough. And I was talking to you about the APIs that Twitter is having right now. So these are the tiers that we are having. So for free, we have the managed tweets and the user lookup for free. At the pro level, we have to pay $5,000 a month, and then we have access to all of these things which Twitter is having. And for basic, we have to pay $100 a month, and then we have access to all of this, right? So fortunately, for free, we can still post. So coming back to our connection, we have to find the client ID and client secret, right? So once you create a project, you have to create an app like this, which I have already done, which is my TalkFlow AI. And then here you have to go to edit, and you have to put these two URLs which are make.com specific. Otherwise, your app would not be linked to make.com. I have wasted so many hours of my time to figure out this, and so that you don't do that, just copy these both URLs and paste in your callback URI. Okay, so you can just copy these permissions when you're creating a new app inside your developer account inside X, and then you can have web app, because we have to make a web app inside make.com, and all of this would be exactly like this. So just copy whatever is written right here. Okay, so when we go back, then we have to go to keys and tokens. Okay, and then we don't have to do any of this. We just have to be concerned about these two things. Okay, so we have to go to client ID, copy this and paste here, and then we have to create a client secret with this and then paste it here. That's it. Don't go around looking about any of these. We don't need any of this for creating a new tweet inside our workflow, right? So once you do this, it will save your connection like this inside Make, and then you can just continue to run these automations, right? So the text content is going to be the result of this GPT module. We have just taken the summary from this node and created a Twitter specific text through ChatGPT chat completion. Okay, so we select, let me just tell you, we go back here, and then this one is 33, and if you notice, if I select this, this ChatGPT node on the left starts to kind of glow. Okay, so we take the result right here, we take up like this, close this, oops, it became twice, delete one. Okay, so now this is done and now we are fine. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps of our automations are complete, right? Next one is, once we have posted everything, we also have to update our Google Sheet to show what was the post ID or what was the exact post link that was posted, so that we have a database and we have a history of what we have done in this automation. Otherwise, we would have no idea after some automations which one was posted via this and which one was posted via us or something or somewhere else. Okay, so here we have to attach the same Google Sheet which we have done here, and then here we just have to select what do we have to post inside the Twitter option, like here. So Twitter link is going to come here, and for that you have to just post the post ID which you will get from here inside the Twitter link cell of your Google Sheet. Okay, and this would be an add row node, and to do that you right click, add a module, and you search for Google Sheet and you search for add row. This one is the module that you have to use, which is different from this one. Remember that, because this one is watch new rows and this one is add a new row. Okay, so be careful about that. So I'll delete this. So I think you have gotten the concept so far. It's very easy and you can do the rest of the things exactly like that, right? One more addition which is going to happen inside these modules is going to be a Dolly image, right? So for that, I'll just tell you how to create this node. So you right click, add a module, go to OpenAI, and then click at, or you can search for generate an image, right? So you can select Dolly 3, and here you have to give the prompt. And from where would we get our prompt? For creating images in Dolly, the prompt is usually create or imagine an image according to this particular text, right? So to do that, what we'll do is, I'll just delete this, I'll come here and I'll ask that make an image based on this text. And this text is coming from this module, which is just behind the Dolly image generation module, right? So if you select that and instruct Dolly this, the result would be coming from ChatGPT, which is just before this module. Okay, so this way it will create an image that will be posted to your Instagram or your Facebook or your LinkedIn. Okay, so do that. And similar to this one, you have to create or update the particular cell for this run. So you go to the same thing, you create an add row Google Sheet, you click here and you select the Instagram cell, which is right here, and then you will update your post ID of this particular Instagram post that you have generated. Okay, so you do that like that. And similarly, you have to add your Facebook page, which you can do by right clicking add module. You go to here and you select Facebook pages, and then you will have to put create a post like that. Okay, and then you can select your pages like that, and you can, in the messages, you have to select the message that has been created by ChatGPT right here. And for the link, you can have the image that's generated via ChatGPT Dolly. And for that, you'll have to go to data and then you have to go to URL, right? So this will insert the URL of the image that Dolly has created for you. And this way, your post would be first the image, and second, the text of that post is going to be from the ChatGPT generated text. Okay, so this is done. And after that, again, you have to create a Google Sheet add a row, and then only put your Facebook post ID inside your Facebook link cell right here, and put it taking from this particular node, which is the Facebook pages, put the post ID here, and then click OK. Next up is LinkedIn. So again, you have to go to add a module, click on LinkedIn, and then you can create a user text post or a user image post, or you can create the same thing inside your organization, right? So here I have chosen to do it in organization, right? So I'll link my LinkedIn. You can do it very easily. You have to connect it like this, and here you don't have to put any API keys. It will automatically take you to LinkedIn and ask you for permissions, and that's it. That's how it connects. You have to select your page here, and then in content you can put the created content, which is the result of this ChatGPT module that you are using, and just click OK. And then again in the Google Sheet you have to go to LinkedIn cell and put the post ID which was here inside LinkedIn and click OK. So this is our whole automation, right? And once you have any URL right here, it's gonna automatically trigger all of this. So let's test it out just to see how it's going to do one thing, and then you can just save it and do all your automation at once. Okay, it's showtime now. So let's test how our automation is going to run if we have to run this in real scenarios. Okay, so let's find out a link that we can pass into Google Sheet, and then we'll see how the automation pans out for everything. So let's go to TechCrunch, and let's say we have to copy one of the URLs. Let's say we copy this one, Apple event iPhone 16. So let's copy this from here, and let's go to our Google Sheet and paste our URL right here. Go back to our automation right here, and let's say we want to automate for this test for Twitter and for Facebook. Okay, so I'll unlink these ones for now. So Twitter and Facebook are active. So let's run the automation and then just see what it gives us back. So I'll run it once. It's going through Perplexity, going to ChatGPT, posted on X. Now it's going through this module, creating a Dolly image. And then hopefully it will post to the Facebook page. It's going to take a while to create the image, and that's fine. And now our automation is just going to complete like that, and we have success in both the things. Now let's see on Twitter what it has posted. So Twitter, it has posted this from the whole article, which I think is amazing. It has figured out the actual hashtags for the event, and it has also figured out the Apple event hashtag, which is, I think, a great thing. Okay, if you go to Facebook and if I refresh this, and let's see, wow, this is the image that it has created, and this is all the text that it has automatically done with this URL and through ChatGPT and through our all automation. And also let's check back our Google Sheet. So what this is doing is, this is just putting the post ID. We can change our automation to create and convert these into links. And for that, what we'll do is, we'll go back to our automation. We'll come here, oops, and we'll change this to /post ID. Okay, and in Facebook we'll change this to link to fb.com/ this one. And if I change it right here also, like that, and here, and if we go here, it should take us to our actual tweet. No, we have done some error here. So let's go back to our post. Okay, so we haven't put the status option here, and we haven't put our username, right? So we'll just add these things inside our automation. So we go back to our automation, we go back to the Google Sheet on Twitter, and then we add it like that. Like that, okay? And let's see if Facebook one works. Yes, the Facebook link is live. And for Twitter, we have to change it to, let's copy it back, the whole thing. And actually, let's change Twitter to x.com because this is not going to break our flow. And we change the whole thing also to x.com, and hopefully now it will take us to the actual tweet. And yes, so this has worked. So what you can do is, because you are going to set this up for a particular profile, you should have the profile link slash status and then the post ID, and remember x.com, not twitter.com. And similarly in Facebook, you can also do fe.com slash and then the post ID, which will create a link to that particular post. So I will also do it for Instagram and LinkedIn, and I'll export the blueprint for you, and you can find all the details of this blueprint and also the download link of this one in this file, which I'm going to link in description. And what you have to do is you have to just go to make.com. You have to go to scenarios. You have to create a new scenario. And here you have to click on these three dots, import blueprint. You have just downloaded, save it, and you'll have everything which I have at my end, at your end. And if it comes like all this jumbled up, just press this auto align and it will auto align itself neatly how it is supposed to be. And that was it. Hopefully it was useful to you. And if you have any questions, please drop in your comments. Also, if you like this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to bring up many cool things very soon. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.